Good morning everybody and welcome to day 29 of our road trip towards the Pan-American Highway. We got around 6 days left before we finally reach our starting point in the Arctic Circle. Today we just left Jasper, we're heading towards Dawson Creek. It's a 5 hours and 40 minute drive. Hopefully get some scenic routes along the way, so let's check it out. So yesterday somebody asked us if we have a television in our camper van, and the answer is no. And then they said, why not? Well, we got our windscreen. We have stunning scenery every day. There's no TV program that can beat that. Welcome to Dawson Creek. I just checked my phone and apparently we also went through a time zone. So instead of 6:20 it's now 5:20. We just gained another hour. Another hour that we used to fill up our fridge. We're at the Walmart parking place. So we filled up our fridge, we can stay here for the night for free. And tomorrow we're going to find a place where we can also put some water in our shower. Because this morning in Jasper they charge $5 for water. So we're going to find a place where they don't charge for water, and then tomorrow we're going to do another 6-hour stretch for the next destination, and we'll see you tomorrow morning back in the car. Well, for you it's going to be, we'll see you in the next scene back in the car. Ciao for now, good night. One more thing I'd like to add before we go to bed is that we have quite a big fridge, as you can see, big freezer. Most of these converted camper vans we've seen had a really small fridge or no freezer, really small freezer or cool boxes. You're gonna have to do groceries every day or just for 2 days or 3 days. You're really limited, and when you have a bigger fridge or bigger freezer, you can really stock up, especially when you're gonna have a few days of grit. And we find that's very important and definitely not overrated. And with that being said, some food, time for bed. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day. So another great thing, a lot of these places have RV dump sites where you can fill up your water for free, and you can also dump your used water. And it's really great because we fill up the tank, we take a nice hot shower, and then we fill up the tank again. We're going to leave it halfway so we don't drive with a full tank of water, saving some gas. Not every town has an RV dumping place or water filling. Some gas stations you can fill up your water if you bring your hose. Not everywhere. So you do need to check this every time you get somewhere, if there's a water place or not, and then make use of it every time you find one. So, I think that's enough for now. Now, besides filling up our shower water and our fridge, we're also stopped by the laundromat to get our clothes washed and for a little haircut, because according to my wife I look like Ace Ventura in the morning and my gel isn't really doing the job. So, and thanks to this lovely street barber, I look 10 years younger while my clothes are clean. 2 birds in 1 stone. And this is van life. Alright, it's 7:30 this next morning, so good morning to us. And we're about to embark on a 560 kilometer journey. It's about a 6-hour drive, a little bit past Fort Nelson. Another thing that's interesting, Dawson Creek is mile 0 of the Alaska Highway, which is also where our trip is going to start today. So we will pass the sign Alaska Highway. I have to look at my camera woman not to forget to take that shot. We filled up our shower water, dishwasher water, our gas, our spare gas, diesel for the heater, our fridge. I got my haircut. We're ready to go. Up and away. to our next destination. Welcome to the Alaska Highway! The Alaska Highway was constructed during the Second World War to provide a land-based route to Alaska and ground support for the construction of airstrips for the Northwest Staging Route. Now designated an event of national significance, the Alaska Highway changed the landscape of the Yukon by providing year-round access to the rest of Canada, increasing transportation routes, improving communication systems, and altering settlement patterns. It brought in new service and expanding economic opportunities throughout the territory. So, for us, good morning, welcome to another day. Yesterday we left Dawson Creek at mile 0 of the Alaskan Highway, and after a little over 600 kilometers we made a little pit stop here in the middle of nowhere. And the great thing, the views along the way have been absolutely spectacular, and of course the views from bird eye view were always better. So when we arrived yesterday I was able to fly my drone and make some spectacular views. So, well, I'm gonna hit another dent in the road and see how far you can get today. I'm gonna show you these spectacular views. I got my coffee, ready to go and enjoy the drone footage. We'll see you back on the road. Oh. Damn it. Real life. Enjoy the views. just amazing. That's the thing, if you leave early, you get a bigger chance to see wildlife. There's two more things I want to mention that are not unimportant. A lot of these roads have a long stretch without a gas station, and even some of the gas stations along the road are no longer in service. So it's always important to fill up your gas before you start a trip, and then every gas station you come to top it up. You can check before if there's long stretches without a gas station. A lot of times you will see a sign on the road, next gas station in 180 kilometers, so then you know more or less what your chances are. It's also good to have a spare gas can with you. We bought one of 2 gallons, 5 liters, that's practically nothing. Buy a big one, we did that as well. Now we got one of 20 gallon, just to make sure if you strand you don't look like a d***, and you can actually refill and go to the gas station. Second thing, a lot of these places will not have internet or Wi-Fi, so plan accordingly with your navigation or things that you need to do in case that you're going to be in the middle of nowhere, without signal, without gas, then you have a problem. So be prepared before you're going to make long road trips like this and avoid inconveniences. How very exciting, our first bear. It's a small one, so you would say the mother should be somewhere, but this is absolutely cool. I can barely hold my excitement. Pun intended. Cool, so we hit mooses, deer, we've seen bears. Cool. Check, and we can continue. Awesome. Driving to this national park really is a delight, especially to see wildlife, for which of course there's many signs to tell you that you have to either slow down or be careful. So please, if you're gonna drive through these parks, slow down, lift your right feet off the pedal, so we can avoid things like this. Welcome to Watson Lake and welcome to the famous signpost forest. I say famous because it's on the flyer. To be honest, I've never seen it before, I've never heard it before. But this is amazing. People come from all over the world to leave their sign or sticker here. But first, before anything, let me tell you about the story, how this started. The Watson Lake Signpost Forest is the oldest and most extensive site of its type. It represents the long-standing tradition of leaving your mark. Carl Lindley started the signpost forest in 1942 when he was a homesick soldier from Denville, Illinois. While working on the construction of the Alaska Highway, he added his hometown sign to an army mileage post. A tradition of adding signs gained momentum and the single signpost grew to a forest. People from all over the world continued to add signs connecting their fairway homes to the town of Watson Lake. The signpost forest illustrates the historic and universal relationship between the traveler, their journey, and their connection to home. So of course, we can't be the ones that pass by and don't leave a mark. So if you ever come here, make sure you look out for a sticker, make a picture and tag us. That being said, tomorrow we're going to drive to Whitehorse, which is another 5 hours, almost 500 kilometers from here. So I'm really tired, that's why I'm talking a bit like that. I'm gonna go get some food, and tomorrow's another day, another adventure. Don't get lost in the forest. Just look how cool. It's not just signs, there's plates, there's license plates, the road signs, town signs, grills, stickers, vehicles. It's really big. There's really so much to see. It's like a little museum. So if you get here, make sure you spot our sticker. Well, hello there, and a very good morning, or at least good morning for us. Another day, another adventure. And today we're going to go to Whitehorse. It's roughly 440 kilometers, so that translates to a bit of 5 hours for us. Leaving behind Watson Lake in this beautiful signpost forest. Apparently I need my coffee, I'm not really awake yet. Let's hit the road and see what today has in store for us. Every morning I wake up and I think to myself, yesterday was an amazing day. Can this get any better? And it does. Every day it's get better. Right now we're at Rancheria Falls, which is a little pit stop along the road. You have to pay attention to the signs because there's a sign and then you pass it. There's a nice boardwalk you can do. It's only 500 meters and then you come to this little waterfall in the middle of the forest. Welcome to Whitehorse, the capital of Yukon. We just arrived, we are at the Visitors Information Center, and there's actually quite a lot of things to do here. But that's up to your own leisure, of course. There's museums, dog sleigh ride, there's a plane you can do to fly over the area. There's a lot. We're gonna stick around for a few days to refill, restock and relax, and to see what's in town. So let's find out together. But that's a story for next week. Ciao for now.